Us religious Jews, we're constantly reminding ourselves in our prayers and the blessing after eating about going out of Egypt. The Jewish people left Egypt. Zecher liyetziat Mitzrayim, going out of Egypt. It's the basis of Judaism. Miracles. God did amazing miracles. He took us out of Egypt. It was an impossible. No human being could go out. And God took the whole entire nation out. Millions of people. They say there was at least 3 million people that went out of Egypt. And this we have to remember all the time. One reason is to remember that Judaism is based on miracles. Miracles are part and parcel, the very foundation of Judaism. So we can expect also big miracles in the future. That's going to be the idea of Moshiach coming. The third temple will come from heaven. All the Jewish people will be gathered to the land of Israel. But I'd like to tell you a story. What exactly did the Jewish people receive when they left Egypt? You know, it was a very difficult thing for the Jews to make such a terrible jump like that. God had already decimated all of Egypt with 10 plagues, and the Jews could have just stayed there. I mean, why didn't they just stay in Egypt? But Moses said, no, we have to go out into the desert and we're going to get the Torah. The Jewish people had no idea what the Torah is, and they didn't know what the desert is. And at least in Egypt, they were safe, which is no surprise that the Jews constantly wanted to go back to Egypt after they left. So it was a crazy thing to leave Egypt. And essentially, that's what the Jewish people got. They got craziness. And I'd like to tell you a story to illustrate. Someone brought me an article, this was years ago, in one of the Israeli newspapers. They interviewed a fellow, a sort of a religious guy, and he said that he had a restaurant in Tel Aviv that sold pork. He said, I know it's forbidden, but that's my livelihood, what can I do? He said, but I want to tell you an interesting story. He said, one day someone comes into my restaurant and he orders a sandwich. So I take the piece of pork and I put it between a sandwich, and I ask him, put 2 pieces of bread, pita bread, and I ask him what he wants on it. Does he want, hummus? He wants sharp things. He wants, what would he like? He looks at me, he looks at the sandwich, he looks at me, he gets all red, starts pounding on the table and screaming, what do you think I am, a goy? I'll burn your whole place down. I'll knock your teeth out. I said, what are you getting so angry about? It says on the front of the store, we sell pork. He says, what do I care about pork? This is chametz, you're putting bread. It's Pesach now. You're giving me bread to eat. What do you think I am, a goy? So I looked at the person, I thought, is he normal? Yes. So I went to my lunch box and I took out 2 pieces of matzah. I put the pork between 2 pieces of matzah. He was happy, he sat down and ate. Now, does this make any sense? If he really cares about Judaism and what he eats, so why is he eating pork? And on the other hand, if he doesn't care, he's eating pork, then what does he care about matzah? But that's the essence of a Jew. Romam tanu mikol lashonos. There's no language that can explain what insanity motivates the Jewish people to be connected to the creator of the universe, to leave security, to go into a desert, only led by one person, Moses. It's a very, very shaky thing. But on the other hand, this is called the holiday of our freedom, that we're freed from all of our attempts to remain in our comfort zone. The Jewish people are here to change the world, to improve the world. But in order to do that, we have to go out of our own little ideas and start thinking in terms of the big ideas. A good example is the ideas of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. The preciousness of every Jew, the importance of every human being, the potential that's waiting for all of us when the Jewish people just go out of their own individual Egypts, to the degree that it says that Moses took the Jews out of Egypt, but Mashiach will take the Egypt out of the Jews. And that's the idea of the future redemption and why we need Mashiach now.
Moment of Wisdom. Sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.